So we're going to go ahead and start the process of playing some more Freddy Pharkas Frontier Pharmacist, just to let anybody know who's actually listening or watching. I won't be playing very long tonight. I had...
Are you?
I am, yeah.
It says start recording.
I'm not recording it to the hard drive.
Oh.
I had a reaction to some of the medication I am on last night, and as such, I am very, very unwell. But I wanted to at least get some streaming done, since I said we'd be back tonight to play. So we're going to go ahead and start the game. Hopefully the echo won't be too bad today. Unfortunately, just the way that everything's set up and the way my sound card is, that I can't have multiple inputs like a line in and a microphone. It has to use the microphone that's built into the Logitech camera, and it sucks. So I'll have to get an older sound card that actually has separate line in and microphone jacks so that I can do that at some point in time, because I use a dedicated sound card. What a surprise. So let's start. Let's lift off. The horses were having a bit of a flatulence problem, to say the least. So we're going to go ahead and try to deal with that. Yeah, you're hearing that right. It's that bad. Now, when I was 14, I think, 13, 14, when I played this the first time, I thought that was funny as all get out.
The door swings open. From the back, you hear Chester's voice.
Help me down! I'll be right out!
Now well, it's still funny.
Score! You take a complimentary paper bag.
It's still funny, but it's not quite the same level of funny that it used to be. I don't know if that makes sense. Now it's like, it's the roll your eyes kind of humor.
Catch the pilots and yeah.
Is that what I'm supposed to do with it? Can I, try to, survive first? I need to, get a couple things. Unfortunately, because the smell out here is so bad, we, kind of need a couple things over here.
A length of leather bridle hangs on the smithy door. This is Reverend Cy Hallelujah's corral. Score! You take the leather strap. Smithy won't be needing it now, wherever he is. Smithy left behind a coil of rope. Score! You take the rope. Now that Smithy's closed up shop, he won't be missing it. Smithy's once proud forge is cold and dark. Score! Digging through Smithy's formerly white-hot forge, you find an unused hunk of charcoal which you decide may well be of use to you. So you keep it.
Let's get out of the funk for a moment and see if we can't make ourselves a gas mask. Yes.
Thumbing through the bank register, you discover that little Charlie Keaton's kid has an account here.
I guess that's how little acorns grow into mighty oaks, 1 penny at a time.
You drop the charcoal into the tin can. Now we're getting somewhere. Score!
Not quite sure, but
With all the precision of a serial killer, you deftly poke some holes in the tin can with the ice pick. Ha! Have Having accomplished your immediate desire, and in the process hopelessly dulling the ice pick, you exhibit absolutely no regard for this barren piece of locality laughingly called the environment by brazenly tossing the ice pick away. You're such a consumer.
Thank you, God.
You slip the leather strap through the holes in the tin can. They fit perfectly. Congrats! You always wanted a tin feed bag. Score! Congratulations on making this homemade gas mask. Devilishly good work. Fortunately, the aroma hasn't permeated the interior of the building. You won't need to use that gas mask in here.
Did you see the camera in the corner taking your picture? See the gas can.
Score!
Gas once.
You take a few deep breaths from the gas mask, clearing your head and enabling you to go on a while longer.
Will it eventually kill you?
Yes, it will. Okay, you said we needed to use the bag on the horse.
A really terrifically disgusting idea. Unfortunately, the horse's tail momentarily blocked your access.
Wait for the part. The instant I walk away, you realize it's gonna fart, right?
You will not.
Found the sound effects.
Let me at those cattle!
Let me at those sheep!
Whoa.
Come on, horse.
You're beginning to feel
A little woozy.
You take a few deep breaths from the gas mask, clearing your head and enabling you to go on a while longer.
Oh, you jerk horse. Yeah, laugh all you want. It's okay, I'm gonna fix you. I'm gonna turn you into glue. Take the last name Blucher. Come on.
Really? You will not. You will not. In what may well be the most revolting idea you've ever had, you hold the brown paper sack up to the horse's anal sphincter and wait. With reverberating, the horse responds, inflating your bag with a foul sample of gas. You quickly twist the bag shut to lock in freshness.
Let's get out of here.
You're beginning to feel
Freshness. Oh man, that's awful. Funny.
You take a few deep breaths from the gas mask, clearing your head and enabling you to go on a while longer.
I'm gonna try something in a second, see if we can, well, I'm gonna see if I can minimize the sound leaking through a microphone by filming with the microphone settings. So this for a second. That's a little bit better, but the problem is that without being able to use a Logitech camera. But if any of you out there have a Sound Blaster Recon 3D, you would know that instead of having, a multiple line inputs, like the ability to have a rear line in, a rear microphone, and a front microphone, this stupid thing only has a multi-purpose input, which you can only set up as a microphone or line in. And so to get the MIDI from the Roland Sound Campus SC55, which is sitting down here, you have to use it as a line in, because there's no other way to jack the audio in. Which regrettably means that the microphone in the Logitech camera is a flaming piece of dog poo. So that makes it a little bit of a problem. And here I'm explaining all this stuff to you guys, and I'm sure you guys don't really care. The problem is I can't seem to disable the audio. So unfortunately, to be able to hear the game, we get a terrible echo. And I'm going to ask around to the Capital Runs Live community and see if anybody might have some suggestions for me to get rid of that, because I know that's kind of frustrating. The problem is that, because I'm not using an integrated sound card, which would be emulation, I'm using the real thing, I've unfortunately got to come from an outside exterior box in, and that doesn't seem to want to do much anything. And I have cats screaming at me, because I'm sure you guys can hear that since this microphone's picking up tons of stuff.
The alcohol lamp feels cool to the touch. The alcohol lamp is empty. You must first fill it with fuel before you can light it.
Sorry guys. Just trying to reduce the audio feedback from the speakers, and it's just not working. Maybe what we can do is we can get one of those splitters and get a second set of headphones, and Becca and I can just wear headphones while we do this. That would be good, I think. Just gotta be able to find one. I apologize for the crudeness of my podcast, or my streaming, but it's just the way it is.
You fill the alcohol lamp with Dad Gum's alcoholic elixir. You quickly lick your... This is...
That's what I wanted to do. There's a gaseous spectrograph. Or spectroscope, sorry. Let's see if we can capture this.
Good idea, Freddy. The spectrum lines on that etched glass viewer reveal volumes to those who know how to read.
Again, this is a very clever way of integrating the copyright protection into the game, into the puzzles. So you gotta find the chart, which is right here, and we just gotta find the proper spectrograph or spectrum. Yeah, it looks like it's lentils. Is that right?
Of course it's a weed.
That looks roughly similar, right? Yeah. Lentils, so we gotta treat it with aminophilic citrate. Aminophilic citrate. There we go. An extremely powerful cure for temporary, non-acute flatulence in man or beast. Should an aminophilic citrate be unavailable, it can be created in the home laboratory, combining 40 grams of sodium bicarbonate with 15 milliliters of furochlordone. Furochlordone. Pour into beaker.
Sodium bicarbonate.
What's that?
Score! Sodium bicarbonate.
Oh, of course I do. First things first, that's a crucible. We don't need the crucible, we need a beaker. And we'll need a graduated cylinder. So we need 40 grams of sodium bicarbonate. There's calcium carbonate. There's sodium bicarbonate. What a surprise! A ginormous container. 15, 20, 30,
25.
30. Thank you.
Yep.
1, 2, 5. 3. That's me today. Okay, 15 milliliters of fluorochlordone. There it is. 5, 10, 15. Okay, now we mix that. Pour into beaker and dilute with water. Where's water? Do I not have water? Oh. Dilute until it's at 100 milliliters.
It's
55, so I need 45. There we go. There we go. Pour into beaker, dilute with water. Add 5 grams of magnesium sulfate. Magnesium sulfate. Magnesium sulfate. Magnesium sulfate. Magnesium sulfate. I feel like I should know what magnesium sulfate is. Isn't that the flash powder in old cameras? Oh, there it is.
This is where the graduate solids.
I guess that's magnesium silver.
The spatch.
The mercurial silver stuff.
Just 5?
Yep, just 5 milligrams. 5 grams. 5 grams. Yeah, 5 grams. Stir it with a pure glass rod. Pour medicine in a bottle.
This is where.
So after a while, most folks in town plumb.
I took too long. Sorry. Yeah, it took too long.
What do they do? Set fire to the place?
Town just is overcome by gas and everybody flees. I saved it when we first came in, so we should have a little bit more time now. And now we know what we're supposed to do, so...
Score!
You fill the alcohol.
That.
This is where.
And then...
Good idea, Freddy. The spectrum lines on that etched glass viewer reveal.
Score!
Okay, so we need this. And this. We'll need... fluorochlordone. It was that bottle, wasn't it? Yeah. 15. And then 3 grams of sodium bicarbonate.
This is. This is where. This is where. This is.
Okay. Five. 5 grams of...
This is where. This is where. You toss. Click the mixture on. You carefully label the jar aminophilic citrate. Congratulations, you've just created your first batch of Pharkas's deflatulizer.
Let's get out there and save this town.
Give it to the horses?
It's supposed to be diluted with 1 to 1,000 water.
Unless you put it in a trough.
That's what I should do. Maybe I should try feeding it to him directly.
You should say first.
Horse? What happened?
Score!
You carefully pour the deflatulizer into the horse's water trough. The horses greedily lap up the delish and nutrish medicated trough water.
Seeing as how his home-brewed patootie sealant done the trick on these horses, Freddy ran round and dumped the stuff into all the horse troughs in town. It weren't long before the folks of Coarse Gold was all breathing a sigh of relief. Freddy tossed away his homemade gas mask. Kind of a shame, too, since he could have made a purty penny off the patent rights. Life returned to normal, for a short spell, any hooch, until one lazy day when one of the local inbreds came a-running up with the latest calamity.
Board up your windows and doors. Lock up the women and children. Run for the border, Louise. There's a stampede a-coming. A stampede! Hurry up, Freddy. You only got a week and a half before they get here.
A week and a half?
They snails!
Snails? Snails?
Good heavens! This is the worst thing to happen to Coarse Gold since the great hail of clams back in '83.
I've only got a week and a half.
Eat the snails.
I missed something, apparently. Well, I thought after that act we were supposed to find some horse manure on the street that we need for later. For a puzzle. And I don't see anything. Is that still picking me up, kind of? Wow. I'm just gonna mute the microphone for now, guys, because it's picking up all the audio until I can figure out a solution. I'm just gonna do this for now. When I stream other stuff that doesn't require the MIDI, I don't have any feedback, so... Or if I'm streaming by myself, so... We'll figure this out. It's an easy one if I remember correctly.
Sam, there's a stampede headed for town. Don't go outside.
We're open 24 hours a day, Fred. I never go outside. Besides, the sun dries out my beautiful skin.
I'm just saying, for your own safety.
Oh, right. Tell you what, I'll stay in here and serve drinks and collect money. You run around outside like a chicken with your head cut off and save the town. Okay? Okay.
Sam, there's a stampede.
We're open 24...
I'm just saying.
Oh, right.
Sam has stocked the bar with every brand of cheap rot gut listed in the Mr. Fresno's Saloon Keeper Guide. De Viper venom-flavored schnapps, Granny's Walker Black, MD 20W40, Cuddly Shark blended botched whiskey, Wild Smoked Turkey, Harold's Bristle Cream Slurry, oh, and a bottle of David Bowie, a sweetened liqueur.
Do it. Don't you hate when you get puzzles like that?
Your survival instincts narrowly prevent you from using any of the items on this shelf. You don't need any underarm oatmeal. You don't need any of these items, and even if you did, they're expired. Quit picking at everything. That's the sign of an obsessive-compulsive personality disorder. But that's okay. The door swings open. From the back, you hear Chester's voice.
Help yourself. I'll be right out.
How do you always says help yourself?
Willie, you heard about the snail stampede?
Yepper?
Ever hear of anything like this happening?
Nope, never.
Well, what am I supposed to do about it?
Hey, boy, I'm just an old whittler, sitting around watching events unfold and commenting with my folksy old-timey attitude. You know, kinda cranky, but with a sense of humor, too.
Most of us here won't talk. Most of us.
You see the I don't know if you guys noticed. I'll go back so you can take a look at it.
The door
Quail
swings
potato.
open. From the back, you hear Chester's voice.
Help yourself. I'll be right out.
It was spelled P-O-T-A-T-O-E.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Wow, that isn't a dig. Pretty amusing.
Right there and ready.
Yep.
Sal, do you still have that pair of boots I dropped off for a shine? I know it's been about 6 years now, but I just remembered I left them here.
Let me see. What's the number on this claim check? Let me look under the counter here.
Yep, still here. Have them ready for you next Tuesday.
Oh, never mind. I'll just take...
Don't worry about the storage charges, okay?
His voice keeps changing back and forth between an Irish man and an Italian. Does
That
anyone else
canister
notice
is labeled NO2. But it hasn't.
That's a bit much for Chippy. Focus Gold Depot. I have no idea how to get this puzzle to move forward.
Of course.
Yeah, but can we see the horse pooing?
Okay, go for it.
Sam, there's a stampede headed for town. Don't go outside.
We're open 24...
I'm just...
Oh,
Yeah.
Doc, what do you know about snails?
They make me sick to my stomach. Yuck.
Pardon? They make you what?
Check, check.
that'll be quite enough of that, Doc. We're not plugging any shaving cream companies in this game.
Doc, what do you know about...
They make me sick to my...
Pardon?
Check, check.
That...
Mom! Hey, Mom!
Just let me guess. You only have one cavity, am I right?
No. I wanted to know if you have any salt. There's a stampede of snails a-comin', and I mean to stop 'em.
I don't know anything about no stampede. Unless they're stopping here to eat, I don't even care. As for salt, you know we're a salt-free community. That's why everyone's so, laid back. Low blood pressure, and we aim to keep it that way, son.
Dang. Well, what could I use?
Well, beer works for me. I just spread a little of it out along the back porch, and them little buggers just follow it right off.
Jeez, Mom. Thanks.
Now get your ass out of here.
So nice. Beer. Anyone can buy some beer, I just couldn't remember how I found out. It hurts.
Sam, there's a stampede headed for town.
We're open 24...
I'm just...
Oh.
Score!
Hey, Sam, give me a case of the beer you just got in from St. Louis.
One case of lowbrow for the pharmacist. Coming right up.
Sam hands you a case of lowbrow, the beer that gave St. Louis blues.
Now, you know that this beer doesn't come corked, right? They're using some newfangled pinched metal tops.
No problem, Sam. I'll take care of it.
All right, fine. That'll be $4.87.
Here you go.
Nice bankroll. Come back anytime.
There's all my money.
Stop playing up here.
It's almost like it's intentional that way.
That was a close one. Considering the condition of this old bridge, you may only have about 3 crossings left.
That number is accurate, too. Is it still picking me up? I think it is. I think it's still picking us up.
It can be louder, but I don't want it to.
Nobody will miss this key to the church since the church is never locked anyway. But doesn't it have an unusual shape?
Check, 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 check. No! Yeah, it's still picking us up. That's crazy.
The church, with muscles bulging from years of grappling with child-proof caps, you deftly wield the church key and wrench the tops from all the beer bottles.
Score!
That just
Oh, there we go.
Hey, boys, it's Miller time.
And with that, you cleverly pour bottle after bottle of Sam Andreas's St. Louis brew into the dusty road in an attempt to divert the stampede. Will it work? Will the snails fall for your ruse? Will they accept a domestic?
They'd better.
Slurping their little hearts out, if snails may be said to slurp, or to have hearts for that matter, the little guys follow your lead straight over to the cliff beside Blackwater Creek. Isn't that cute? They're so gullible. Don't they look just like little lemmings marching over that cliff?
Yeah, this is a Dig It Lemmings game. What's that?
Hello, stranger. I haven't seen you around these parts before. I know it's none of my business, but why are you sitting on top of an active anthill in the heat of this semi-desert sun?
Oh, my formal fellow, I am but a weary traveler from a land far, far away, journeying here peacefully merely to experience the curative powers of your local mineral waters. The other members of my stagecoach party, claiming a frustration with my excessive verbosity and sesquipedalian inclinations, forcefully placed me in my current sitting position on this lovely feature of your landscape, knowing full well that because of religious reasons I would be unable to climb down by myself.
How cruel those Yosemite-bound tourists are. My name is Freddy Pharkas. I own the local pharmacy here in Coursegold.
How do you do, Mr. Pharkas? My name is Srini Lalkaka Bagnish. Pardon me if I don't get up.
I've been considering taking on a loyal Indian sidekick. I'm seeking a new assistant down at the pharmacy. Would you be considering a relocation to this area? You know, Coursegold offers extremely reasonable housing costs and an abundance of sunny weather, and is close to schools and churches.
Well, no, not really, but yes. Perhaps I would be willing, but as you can readily see, I'm quite busy at this current moment.
Have you considered climbing down and walking away?
I cannot possibly do that. Life is sacred. If I were to move, I should indubitably injure some of these small six-legged life forms. I'm sure someone will come along soon to the aid of me.
I'll see what I can do, Srini.
Come back 3 months later, there's just a cool stuff setting up. The ants will be happy. They're kind of eat whatever they can. And there goes another board. Make a bob. So I need some form of thing over there. So I need to find a ladder. I know where one's at, but there's always kids on it.
The ladder, held in place by a couple of old loose screws, easily comes away from the slide. You somehow cram it into your pocket along with the rest of the junk you're carrying. Way to go, Freddy. Wrecked the little kids' playground equipment. If only they knew how good and true your heart is.
Score!
No clue. I apologize for my copious yawning. I did not sleep well last night. That's what happens when, you know, you have a bad reaction to medication. And I think it's kind of a prerequisite of every Midwest and Western small town to have a cafe called Mom's Cafe. I think we even have one here in Olathe. Either that or it's Mom's Kitchen, something like that. But we have a restaurant called Mom's. So, yeah.
That just...
I've got it, Srini. I know how I can help you. Here you go, partner. Hoof your way across this.
Score!
my balance sense is stretching now.
You made it!
And you stepped on a dozen instant classes.
Oh, thank you, Mr. P. You saved me.
Please don't call me that.
Thank you again, Mr. F. I am so much grateful.
Oh? Grateful enough to accept the assistant's position I mentioned earlier? I could really use some help around the shop.
I would be honored. Where do I begin?
So Freddy headed on back to the pharmacy, followed by the eternally grateful Srini Lakaka Bagnish. Seems like Freddy not only found himself a new assistant at the pharmacy, but also a good friend as well.
So as my assistant, I want you to help me around the store. Clean up, you know, the usual chores.
Oh, I would be highly gratuitous of your bending over to display me such a position. Would you be offering as well a form of payment?
I'll pay you 10 cents a day and all the Rustler's Stove chocolates you can eat.
That is an agreement.
Excellent. What was your name again?
Srini.
Srini Lakaka Bagnish. But you may call me Srini, and I will be calling you Freddy. Okay?
Okay, now let's get cracking, Srini. I'd like you to go out there and create some nice displays for the skin lotions. We may be closed temporarily, but we'll be opening sooner or later, and we've got to be ready.
What it is, Freddy. I will be getting on that now.
And I think that'll be it for now. As you can see, my lovely assistant in one Becca has left. So I'm streaming all alone. I'm going to stream all alone, I might as well play something else for now. So I'll go ahead and save. And I've got to go get the floppy disk drive, the USB floppy disk drive, and install some discs because the game I want to play I don't have installed. So I will be back shortly.